Um, Please forgive me, because my voice sounds not the best right now. I was at homecoming. I was screaming my lungs out. Not only that, but I was also sick while doing that, so my voice is still kind of recovering a little bit. So I just wanted to talk about change and how things can change so fast, really fast, and sometimes there's some hints, some foreshadowing before things happen, and sometimes it just changes. Things just change so suddenly, and I mean, it can be for better or for worse, or just sometimes change is just change, and it's still good, because most of the time we learn something from it. There's always something you can take out of it. For example, let me give you a prime example here. I ran a 10K recently, right? I thought it was gonna be cake, bro. It was not cake. It was not cake at all. By mile 4, I was thinking about fucking walking the rest of it, and there's only 2 miles left, but I didn't train for it at all. My ego was whispering in my ear, telling me, 6 miles? That's light work. Come on. If there's a 10-mile option, you do it. No, bro, I'm so glad. So glad. Thank the Lord Almighty there wasn't a 10-mile option, because I know I would have picked it, and I would have been dead. Anyways, point of telling you all that was because that was something deeply uncomfortable for me, especially because my friend was originally supposed to go, but something came up and he couldn't go. I mean, hopefully we do our next one, because I'm planning to do another one now. Hopefully we do the next one together. I was really debating not going, especially after he couldn't go. The whole point of me wanting to do it was because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, right? I've never ran 6 miles like that before. Not unless it was for some practice or whatever. So I was I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to try something new. I watched Yes Theory and all these other YouTube channels that I guess you could say are positive and get out of the comfort zone and travel and all this stuff. And that's something totally, completely in that category. And so it's if I want to be more like these people, I gotta do things that these people would do. For example, run a 10K when I don't really want to. It was kind of scary at first, Not kind of. It was scary at first, It's uncomfortable. But actually doing it, while physically uncomfortable, I was having a good time. The process of change is not usually I forgot what I was gonna say. Is not usually scary, but trying to start to change is scary. Scary and unappealing. When have you ever woken up and been today I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm not gonna be on my phone all day, and then you actually follow through? Probably never. If you're your average Joe, never. If if you did, then barely, rarely in your life, But I've done that a lot. 99% of my life kind of been like that, except when I was a kid. I mean, I am still a kid, but not a little kid anymore. When I was a little kid, it'd be fun to I want to start to do this. Well, I want to, as I got a little bit older, maybe 12, 10 to 12, 13, you start to be I want to say around probably 10, you start to be I want to stop doing this bad habit, I want to stop with this. And then you kind of make it a challenge to yourself, and it's kind of fun, at least for me. I remember I wanted to stop being scared of the dark, and that was I think I was already 12 or something like that. I was still scared of the dark, maybe 13. Still scared of the dark, and I would practice. I would sleep with my head out of the covers, because for my whole life I would sleep with my head under the covers. And I was like, it's kind of hot under here, and like also I need to get over my fear. So I was like, what better way than to just sleep with my head out of the covers, After like a year or two, I was fully just like fine. After a few months, I was already getting comfortable with it. But like after a year or two, but like a year, didn't even think about it, I would just sleep like that. So yeah, it was definitely really uncomfortable starting to do that. But yeah, I mean, in short, everything is gonna be okay as long as you look at change like there's a lesson to be learned from it, Also, I feel like I need to get more eye contact to the camera. Like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm like looking around here and I feel like I'm not engaging with you. You know what I mean? That's all.